Hey guys, it's Wednesdays with Chase, and you know what that means. Oh, I don't feel like dancing tonight. I just brushed my teeth. It's late at night, and I'm tired. I have to wake up to go to class tomorrow. Like, I'm complaining I always have to wake up tomorrow to go to class, but whatever. It's my last class, my last week of school, and then I have exams. Um, and the exams are spread out within like 20 days. Like, why wouldn't you just put my, whatever, like once a week would be good for an exam, but no. My eyes look really like glossy right now, which goes with the topic of drugs and alcohol for this week. First, I will discuss my view on it right now. So I don't do any alcohol or drugs. I don't do it. Why, you may ask? I don't want to. A lot of people I go to bars and stuff like that. They're always like, "Oh, can I get you something?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure, I'll have a water." They're like, "Water? Like, what do you want for real?" I'm like, "I actually really want water." Like, I don't know. Which is like people, of course, that don't know me and like I'm just hanging out with that for the first time or something like that. But yeah, when I'm with my friends, everyone knows I don't drink or I don't do any drugs or anything like that, so they don't ever offer me like we always joke about like example today. One of my friends was like, "Oh, I haven't drank in so long." I'm like, "Yeah, me too." Like it's a joke. Everyone, like it's a joke. Like I don't drink. Like everyone knows that. I just don't feel the need to. Like I don't. Um, like I don't want to relate it to being vegan or anything like that or trying to be healthy because like I eat Oreos and like Fudgios and stuff that is vegan but so unhealthy like chips and stuff like that and French fries galore. Like I'm fat. Like I'm not really fat, but the way I eat. But I feel that I can a bit relate it. Like I am vegan for animal rights and stuff like that, and that I don't like putting bad stuff into my body, which of course is hypocritical because I eat bad stuff. But you know what I mean. And to me, in my opinion, for me, of course, with my own experiences from the past and stuff like that, alcohol really just never gave me good experiences. And it's not like, oh, you had bad experiences, you try it again, it'll be better for you. Not really wanting to spend all my money on alcohol and stuff like that. Plus, I just drink a Monster, which of course bad for you, and I know. So basically, my thought on, oh, it's bad for you, I don't want to put anything bad in my body, like it doesn't make sense. But trying to make sense in my head. But yeah, so I just drink a Monster before, so I'm like, oh, I'm awake, and then we can go out partying. And I usually just drink a Monster because I have work the next day, and I just like trying to stay awake because I woke up at 6 the day before. So, um, yeah, before I'll tell you experiences in the past. I started drinking when I was like 13, and I had a friend who was really into peer pressure and stuff like that. I'm actually really surprised I never got into smoking because she smoked and smoked a lot. Everyone around me smoked. And I was the only one that didn't smoke. And so we used to go behind this movie theater near our house, and we used to just 40 ounces. So are they 40 ounces? They're like big ass bottles like that. And then it's like a beer bottle, but like huge bitch. That's a huge bitch. But yeah, so we used to just go and just like chug them and like do the spinning game, and they used to be like, oh man, I'm just like trying to think about it when I was like younger. You know what I mean? Like let me just think about it. Like man, it was so long ago. I haven't thought about that in so long. Look at you guys, make me relive my past. Yeah, what were they called? They were called like Cosmo or something like that, and they tasted like really like fruity and stuff like that. They were like some like mixed drink. Oh, but they tasted like really bad too at the same time. We used to also go in this park near the movie theater. Man, why did my dad ever let me do that? Whatever. Bad experiences. But then I stopped. Why did I stop drinking? I remember when I was 15, I stopped drinking. I didn't really see any point to it. Maybe I drank one or two drinks at a bar or something like that. At a bar. As if I went to a bar when I was 15. Like, fuck, who am I? Whatever. Anyways, and then when I got, like, older and now for last, I don't know, 4 years, I haven't drank at all. I don't want to. People are like, oh, just take a sip. I'm like, I don't really want to. No thanks. Plus, like, I'm really one of those people like, oh, these are the symptoms of this disease. I'm going to be like, oh my God, I have that disease. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like that. So it's not really pleasant for me because I always feel like I'm like freaking out, even though that makes no sense. I'm like, I'm drunk. But I had like one drink, There's no fucking point in drinking for me at all. No point. No point. So, leave me alone. I'm kidding. But drugs. Let's go to drugs. I started smoking weed May 1st, 2005. No, I'm kidding. 2004. Yeah. why I know the first day? Because my friend, the peer pressure one, was, and I feel like I'm saying peer pressure like it was a bad thing. Of course, I wanted to be cool and I want to be part of her friends and like, fit in. And of course, like you don't think of it as peer pressure when you're younger. You just think, oh, I'm gonna do this because we're gonna have fun. Like, I'm not being like, oh my god, she's doing it, I'm gonna do it too. No, I was just like, oh, I'm gonna do it together. It's fun. Like, of course, now I look back on it. Of course, I did it because like I want to be cool, but I didn't know that subconsciously. Whatever. So yeah, so I started smoking weed first, and blah blah blah. That was fun for a while, but then one night I had one of those freak out things, which was unpleasant. I had like a really bad panic attack, and I had to actually go to the hospital because I didn't know what a panic attack was. My first time I was 14. I was 14. I feel like I smoked weed for way longer than 2 years, but whatever. I started when I was 13. Man, I was young. Whatever. Anyways, so yeah. And then stupid kids do stupid things when we're kids, huh? Fuck, Jesus. As we're kids, like I'm still a kid, but whatever. But yeah, so and then I did speed once, but that really like that didn't go well. I like was like passing out and stuff like that, and we told my dad I had food poisoning, but like obviously that was fake. Anyways, and so yeah, I just after my freak out, I stopped. I completely stopped. But I would still get panic attacks for like 8 months. I got panic attacks after that, which was, man, oh man, those were the worst ever. And my friends still smoked, but I was still, cool with them smoking and drinking and them popping speed and ecstasy and me having to stay up with them all night, whatever. But then I did do weed once after that, with my ex girlfriend. She wanted me to do it, and I was like, and she's like, come on. I'm like, peer pressure. So I was like, okay, I did. Guess who started freaking out again? Me. So no more of that for me. Thank you very much. Example, I take a pill of codeine for my pain when I had my catheter, and I was like, oh my god, I'm freaking out. Like, I'm very sensitive um, to like pills and stuff like that, which of course is in my head, but whatever. At least gives me a good excuse. Oh, I can't take it, I'm allergic, or something like that. But yeah. So basically, those are my thoughts on it. I don't know why I told you my entire life story. That was not even the topic, but whatever, deal with it. But how I guess I can relate it to trans a little bit. I feel that people do a lot of like, oh, I was drinking and stuff like that because I was trans, but I was drinking when I'm smoking weed when I was 13 and 14. Like, I had no effing idea I was trans. I didn't even know what a trans was. I didn't even know what that meant. I didn't even know I was gay yet. Like, I just did school, which was horrible, but a big turning point was when I got expelled from my high school. But before then, I even stopped smoking weed, and they found weed in my locker. It makes no sense. Good life. Now you guys know all my life story. This is inappropriate. I feel like if anybody's gonna like look at this video and be like, I know your life. You guys are watching me now. You know everything. It's gonna be like all topics just to know Chase's life. I'm being all skeptical. I don't trust anybody anymore. Okay, no, but for real, I don't feel like there is a big drug and alcohol problem in the trans community, but I have seen videos and people on my Facebook that do have problems and stuff like that. Because I don't think it's because they're trans. Maybe I've seen a lot of those my 1 year on T and before they figured out. I've seen a lot of those like videos where it talks about my 1 year on T, and it's like before they ever found out they were trans, they did a lot of smoking and cutting and stuff. I know that cutting isn't part of this topic at all, but I do feel like I should mention it since it was such a big part of my life. I didn't really know why I cut. My friends all cut. Again, that one friend with the peer pressure, she cut, and then all my other friends cut. So I guess I just started cutting, and then I never really understood why. I was just depressed, me being 14 and everything. But yeah, I don't know. And then I guess like when I found out I was trans, I was like, maybe that's why I was cutting. And I look back on it, I'm like, why the hell was I cutting? It doesn't make sense. But whatever. Kind of gives me anxiety a little bit when I talk about it, but I feel like it should be a good thing to talk about because nobody ever really talks about them cutting. I mean, of course, some people do, and it's like a bit crazy, but I don't know why I cut. I mean, I guess that is a problem, inflicting pain on yourself when you're unhappy with who you are because you don't understand what's wrong. But then when you do understand what's wrong and you do figure out that you can fix it, then it's a lot better and you don't have to do that anymore, which is good. But I don't know why. Maybe it was because I was figuring out that I was gay and stuff like that, but I did stop cutting the night that I had my panic attack. That was the last time I did cut. Yeah, I still have like scars on my arms and stuff like that. And you don't see it at all, but like on my arms here, there's scars like everywhere. I don't know, they're a little white, but they're everywhere. Whatever. It kind of sucks that it's like scarry, but I'll get a tattoo over it eventually or something like that. It doesn't really matter. It's a part of me. It's a part of who I am and who I was. So I guess I don't really want to change that. But I guess this video is becoming all depressed and shit. Can I get like some funny stuff out here? That was my attempt at being funny. That work? I guess not. Alright, well that was my video, a very serious topic for you today. It's just like my HIV/AIDS videos. That was really serious. This is not supposed to be so serious. And it wasn't supposed to be this long. I'm sorry it was so long. Don't hate me. Just love me. I hope you watch the entire video, because it's so boring and it's all about my life. Don't watch it if you know me. Is it inappropriate? And now that I wrote that at the end, of course you're gonna be like, oh, too late, I already watched it. Wrote it? I'm tired. Anyways, hope this video wasn't too boring and educational about my life. That's so boring. I'll talk to you guys next week. Give me all that.